Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please click subscribe to get updates and new videos. But today I'm going to show you how to get the whitest whites that you possibly can. And it's not going to take very much for you to accomplish this. All of these products, though, are ones that you will need. So what I do to get my whites their whitest is, first of all, I start with this. Now I picked this bucket up at Walmart, less than $10, and you can see that the handles have broken off down here, so maybe not the best thing to use to carry heavier things in. But what I do is I put the whites into here, and then what I do after that, or sometimes I'll mix it up before I put them in, is I'll either take White Bright or I will take OxiClean's White Revive. This isn't the bucket, obviously, it's just being used to hold some stuff, but this stuff works really, really well. And in fact, between the two, I might go with the OxiClean. Why? Because there's more of it, and you can vary the amount of the scoop that you have, whereas this one really, really wants you to use about a half cup for every time you use it. Well, you're not able to tell, but I can through the light, that I've gotten 2 uses out of it, and it's already down to about there, doing a half a cup at a time. So penny-wise, it's not the best option, although it does work really, really well. So what I do is I put the solution, make the solution here. I'm really lucky because the water out of this sink comes out very, very hot. But I have even gone upstairs, I'm in the basement, I've even gone upstairs and used hot water, boiled hot water, both in a pot and in the kettle, brought them down so I can get them as hot as possible. You don't need to do that if you have something like this. But if you don't, you will need to have something where you can soak your clothes for a decent period of time. Now, that decent period of time is going to depend on which product you use. And for instance, with this one, OxiClean, they recommend soaking for 6 hours. Whereas with White Bright, they only recommend soaking for 20 minutes. Big difference. If you're doing a lot of laundry, you're just sitting around at home, you're taking care of some other chores, whatever, then this is perfectly fine. Go ahead and use it. But otherwise, if you're wanting something quick and dirty, although maybe a little bit more expensive per ounce, then you want to go with the White Bright. So I'll soak them for the requisite amount of time, and then I'll transfer all of the, and you can hear in there, it's already being, this load is going on. Put them in here, and I'll use whatever laundry detergent happens to be at hand. Sometimes it's Tide, sometimes it's homemade stuff, sometimes it's this stuff from Aldi, but in any event, you want to just use, it doesn't, the detergent I have found at least doesn't really matter. Now maybe you have found something different, and if so, go ahead and post in the comments. That's a great thing. But right now I haven't. So now it's washing, but before I close the lid, what I did was I took some bleach, and this is just Walmart's basic lavender bleach. I love the smell of lavender, and so that's why I got this. But I'll put about a 1/4 cup or so into the dispenser here, along with the detergent, and then I will keep it and keep it going, let it wash that way. So I've gotten rid of a lot of the dinginess that has accrued, or that would have accrued if I just washed it normally. With the solution, I'm further fighting that dinginess and grayishness, because I hate dingy gray whites, and if you're like me, so do you. And done that with the bleach. The third step, though, the final step, is perhaps the most important I have found, and it's very difficult to find this product. My mom used to get it from the grocery store when I lived in Southern California and I was a teenager. Used to be able to find this pretty readily, in grocery stores, and indeed on their website they'll tell you that you can find it in your local grocery store. At least I found that on several occasions. However, going in there and looking assiduously top to bottom, front to back, etc., I never find it. So what I ultimately did was broke down. I suppose you could go to your grocery store manager and say, please order this for me, but I broke down, got some online. It came, and what you do is you take, this has to be cold water, not hot. You take cold water, you fill up your bottle. This is an old Gatorade bottle. Somehow or another the cap has gone missing. That doesn't matter. This lasts a long time because you only use up to a 1/4 teaspoon at a time. Most of the time you're just putting a few drops in. Be very careful. This stuff stains really well. Somehow or another we were finally able to get the stain that it made on the enamel here off, I think just over the course of time, but it's certainly not something you want to get onto your clothes when they're not already in a washing machine, or want to get onto white. Certainly the blue will never come out, but if you're careful, it's not a problem. So in any event, you put a few drops in here, up to a 1/4 teaspoon, depending on the size of the load, and then you wait. I usually set a timer, 20-25 minutes, to come back downstairs. By that point, depending on the size of my load, it's on the rinse cycle. And when the rinse water is decently filled up, then what you do is you dump the solution in there. Close the lid back, and what this then does is it takes away, better than any Fuller's bleach could ever do, takes away all the remaining dinginess and grayness that might be in there. Now, it is not going to work on clothes that are past the point of no return. However, if you use it from the start, your whites will stay white, and they will also give you brighter, dingy gray whites, if you will. It does help on no matter what kind of white that you put in there. So I hope this has been an assistance of some sort or another. Please leave me any comments you like in the comments section below. That's below right here, down below. And hit subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.